Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Balsamic Moon Tarot, and if you are joining me because you're a subscriber, thanks so much for checking me out again. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. So today I have 3 messages. This is a pick a card, or rather pick an object reading. Actually, I will select 3 cards. Let me do that as well. But just to give a short introduction, we're going to be focused on a brand new beginning. So if you've been obsessed with a new idea or a new plan, if you've been getting your own signs and messages that there is something very new calling to you and encouraging you to pursue it and learn everything you can and you know, really figure out how you can get this going, this is a reading for you. I'm going to see what I can get from your guides in terms of advice and the signs that they are giving you, so the signs to look out for, and any other, you know, synchronicities to see if this is an energy match for you. So I have here the yellow butterfly, an amethyst crystal, as well as this driftwood. So I'm 90% sure this is driftwood, a piece of driftwood. Let's get started. Let me select 3 cards and we'll go from there. Brand new beginning. A brand new beginning. What are the 3 cards for today? Okay, so here are the 3 options for today. We have 43, someone soon. Oracle card number 43, someone soon. We have Oracle card number 60, no bull. And we have Oracle card number 72, broken and hatched. Interesting. Wow. Very cool. So select the pile based on the card or the object that you are most drawn to, and feel free to skip ahead to the timestamp for your reading. Okay, I'll see you later. I'll see you at your reading. Hi, pile number 1. This is your reading. This is a reading about a brand new beginning. So we're going to ask for, or I have asked for advice. I have your card selected here. Ask for advice and also signs and synchronicities from your guides, to confirm here in this message that this is for you, and also to encourage you to look out for these signs right now in the near future. Okay, so this is a timeless reading. Whenever you're getting this reading, it applies to you at the moment you've encountered this video. Okay, so let's see pile number 1. You selected someone soon, as well as this butterfly, a yellow butterfly. It's really interesting to me because yellow and blue make green. We have a yellow butterfly, a blue feather, and a green hand being receptive and receiving it. And someone soon refers to a relationship. It refers to a relationship potential or a new connection. So I do think this new beginning is very much tied to either someone specifically, or it's tied to your own attitudes about connections and relationships and intimacy in general, your own attitude about wanting a partner, or being ready for a partner, or being ready for intimacy, being ready to trust someone. With the feather and the butterfly, these are both winged creatures, and I think that you are feeling light in your heart now, in your heart space, and even, it's interesting, I'm getting the shoulders. Yeah, I feel like, you know, perhaps you have been burdened with something financial, or something that was taking up a lot of your energy because it was really necessary for your survival or someone else's survival. Like, there was a big responsibility you've had for some time now, and I feel like that responsibility is off your shoulders. So it could be that you're a parent, for example, a parent who has raised your kid, and, you know, now for the first time in a long time, you kind of have the time, the energy to look at your life in a new light, look at it as someone who, you know, wants romance, wants love again. So of course I'm referring to single parents here. But maybe if you're not a single parent, maybe it is, you know, maybe you're looking at your spouse or your partner in a new light, and you're feeling lighter, and so you're feeling lighthearted, and you want to, you know, explore the connection in a new way again. So I do think this is just dealing with relationships in general, and you may already be attached to someone, you may not, but I think the brand new beginning is about the lightheartedness that we need to explore connections with someone, to have that curiosity, to not be distracted and burdened by other things in our lives. So let's see what the cards say. We have Three of Swords. Yes, you've definitely been through something painful, perhaps separation or betrayal. We have the World. Again, the feeling of a burden, the feeling of something very difficult that you've had to carry or work on, and it's now coming to a close. There's a chapter closing here, and there's a resolution here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so very much a brand new beginning. There's been a trial or a tribulation. I feel like you've been through the ringer in some way, but you're feeling stronger now because you closed the book. Sorry. Let me get my words together. You've shut the door on something, and it feels great, but you're still at that place where it's like, you almost don't believe that it's over, you know? With the Ace of Pentacles, there's a window here, there's an opportunity showing up in your life, in your finances, or in your workplace. And there's a sense of optimism in what you've built, like in the skills you have, in the skill sets you have, and the experience you have. There's a sense of optimism that you can get through anything at this point. After everything you've been through, you can survive anything. We have the Hanged Man. Okay. Something unusual, something unorthodox here. Five of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting a sense of rebellion, rebelliousness. Knight of Swords. Weightlessness. Wow. And the Seven of Wands. Okay, so a brand new beginning. Signs and synchronicities. For sure, anything with relation to feathers and wings is a sign in synchronicity. So if you resonate more with the butterfly or with birds, or both. Like definitely anything that has any winged creature is I would say that that's a sign. It's pointing you in the direction of a brand new beginning where you are freer, where you are less tied down. See, what's interesting is that the Hangman is showing to me both a situation where you've been the martyr, where you've had to make a sacrifice by being tied down, literally. I mean, well, not literally, but being tied down, being forced to sort of stall and not make progress. But I feel like this Five of Wands is this energy that you have now to confront that stagnation. And you're doing this in a way that's sort of rebellious, that's sort of unusual and unorthodox. You're kind of flouting tradition or flouting convention here. And the weightlessness refers to this beautiful, a new beginning in which you no longer care so much what other people think. See, the Knight of Swords is very confrontational, but it's under the Three of Swords, and so there's definitely this energy of standing up for yourself and not taking any, drawing a line in the sand is what I'm hearing. And then this looks like sand to me. So there's this thing about drawing a line in the sand with the Seven of Wands, with the Knight of Swords. And you are just making this, you're just saying like, that's it, no more. I will not be crossed. I'm moving away from these restrictions or these beliefs even that have kept me stuck and stagnant. And honestly, I'm getting a sense that it could even be physical in nature, that it could be about body image. Like, I'm getting a sense that the brand new beginning is even you accepting your body in a beautiful way that you haven't before. I feel like perhaps you've experienced pain or heartbreak in relation to your body, in relation to the connection to your body. And I think that you've crossed you've closed a chapter, you've made progress in a very real way in relation to your body and your health. And you are now, this lightheartedness and this sense of being weightless is about releasing perhaps shame or guilt in connection to your body and what your body even means to other people. So I think that someone soon is referring to your ability to now connect with another person in a way that's both more authentic but also new. It's like, now that you have drawn a line in the sand and you're saying like, I will no longer, treat my body this way, or I will no longer take criticism or accept or internalize, shame. It's like there's something here that's a limit for you that you're just like defining the limit now, or you're defining the boundary, and as a result, it opens up this brand new space where you can move on and not look back. So the Hangman is two things. It's appearing as both the past and the present in a way, because it's appearing as the past in which you really felt held down, held back, and limited by your body or by your connection to your body, right? Like by your feelings within your body. But the Hangman is also the present moment where you are just flouting convention, flouting tradition, willing to see things in a whole new perspective. Even if that ruffles some feathers, even if that is confrontational, you're willing to do that because you've made a decision here and you've defined a boundary for yourself. And you've experienced this healing or this openness in a way, this freedom. You've experienced something that it's like, once you experience it, it's like taking flight. You've experienced flight and you're like, wow, I don't want to go back to the ground. I don't want to go back to that old way of being or old way of seeing or that old way of relating, right? It's like you've experienced the weightlessness, and now you're like, you're fighting for that. You will no longer accept a reality that in the past has kept you stuck. You see yourself as having so many more possibilities now that you have drawn a boundary, now that you've drawn that line. So I hope that makes sense for you, if that resonates for you. Again, birds, feathers, winged beings, winged creatures are a sign here. But I also feel like with weightlessness, I also feel like another sign in synchronicity is it's the expansiveness. It's like perhaps desert or starry sky, a night sky, like a clear sky, images of clear skies, images of open space. I think that is also meaningful and important here. This Knight of Swords card has a bunch of images. It's very mental, it's very intellectual. It's about seeing the world in a, it's about defining the world around you. It's about making, creating these constructs that you have to operate within. So I think in the past you've sort of been operating within constructs that were sort of handed down to you, or you sort of took them for granted. You assumed that that was just what the world was, what real life was. But now you're actually turning that whole, you're really challenging that whole notion of what is real, what is the truth here, because you're rebelling against something that is traditional or conventional. And so this Knight of Swords is also a big moment where you have a lot of ideas about how you want to just articulate or define, your goals, your needs, your desires, your prerogative, rather. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here just to see what else I get. Advice, please. King of Pentacles, interesting. So very pragmatic issue. There's a pragmatic issue here that requires some kind of wise action or wisdom here. The Empress, wow. Let me see what this card is then. Four of Swords, okay. So, it's so interesting. It's like, we have the Ace of Pentacles being a new beginning and a new seed, a new potential here. And now we have cards showing that potential being lived to its fullest. That potential thriving, the potential to thrive, the potential to be rooted and grounded in a way that you perhaps have not experienced it before. So the weightlessness, I think, is a necessary step, but it's part of a longer process here. It's a part of a longer process of really exploring your values, your value system. What is it that you truly value? For example, how do you see yourself living the rest of your life? How do you see yourself retiring? Like, do you want to live where you currently live? Do you want to live somewhere else? Do you need to, put your roots down somewhere else? I think is one of the questions that you're going to be dealing with soon. So this weightlessness is giving you all these other options that you didn't entertain, because now you don't see yourself as having roots where you used to. I think you've closed the chapter on something where now you're open to putting your roots down somewhere else. The Four of Swords here shows me that this is a time of contemplation. This is still a time of recovery for you. So I feel like the advice is to continue to develop that inner life, that inner wisdom by, you know, experiencing some solitude or meditation or spiritual, just taking times of reflection when you can, and really, again, like continuing to question and challenge the conventional wisdom or conventional methods that you sort of took for granted up until now. By having that solitude, you're letting things sort of, I want to say disintegrate. You're letting, it's like this is the process of renewal, right? Things must die and then have a period of inactivity, a period of quiet when stuff is brewing underneath the surface, when the earth, the soil is allowed time to rest and regenerate in order to come back to life, you know, in the spring, right? So it's about that cycle of of regenerating. A brand new beginning here is showing up in something very pragmatic and material for you. And I do think it could be health related and something about your body, the relationship you have to your body or your physical needs, your physical limitations. However, I'm seeing the brand new beginning be, it's like this healing process where you must first release and let go of preconceived notions or even practical knowledge and practical wisdom, practical matters that you took for granted. You know, the structures in your life that you took for granted. You need a moment to challenge them. You need to look at them differently, and you need this weightlessness to explore what is this, you know, what it is you're really about, to give you a chance to explore, you know, what it is you really care about, what it is you really have the energy to invest in. Yeah, so with the World, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Empress, there is either a physical or material, financial issue that is going through a regenerative cycle. With the butterfly and the wings, or the bird feather here, there are new ideas that you are now entertaining. And with the Four of Swords, you need to let these ideas settle and perhaps percolate. That's going to be a part of this cycle, part of this regenerative cycle. So that by closing the door on the past, what you are sowing for the future, the seeds you are sowing now for the future, are going to be even more prosperous for you. It's going to allow for even more prosperity than you've thought possible, right? Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm seeing a kind of a kaleidoscope or a tapestry of all these ideas synthesizing for you, but I don't think that they're all clear right now, because I think right now you are just beginning to synthesize ideas. You're just beginning to articulate ideas. You know, with the Knight of Swords, it's like these ideas are all coming to you, and you have this desire to learn and to discuss these things and to, you know, I want to say to make rules, make new rules, but like to assert yourself in a certain way. Okay, pile number 1, that's your message. Best of luck to you, and thank you for joining today. If this resonated, please click the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you at the next reading, okay? Hi, pile number 2, this is your reading. This is about a brand new beginning, and we're going to look for advice and signs and synchronicities for you today about this new beginning. You selected the card Noble along with this amethyst crystal, and it's really interesting because we have flowers and we have, you know, we have a bull here, and it makes me think of the sacred cow and fertility. But yet the message is no bull, so it's almost like some truth bomb you need to hear, but perhaps delivered gently. We shall see. Let's see what cards you have today. You have the Emperor. Okay, definitely noble kind of energy there. You have the Five of Swords. Yeah, someone who's seeing through the BS. You have the Nine of Swords. Okay, perhaps a couple sleepless nights lately. And you have the Knight of Cups. Okay, I'm just going to keep the cards close together because I ended up pulling a lot for you. You have the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. Compassion. The Oracle card, Compassion. The Nine of Swords again. The King of Swords. The Five of Cups. And the Queen of Wands. Okay. All right. Pile number 2. Okay. I think pile number 2 that there's a brand new beginning for you. In a relationship, I do think this is a specific relationship. I think this is a message for someone with a tie or connection to someone. It's not necessarily a relationship that is so-called serious or committed, but it is still something that you are emotionally tied to. And the relationship is bringing up a lot of personal issues for you. I think that no bull is kind of your insistence on having no bull in the relationship. It's kind of your insistence of being like, don't lie to me, don't sweet talk me. It's that kind of energy. But I feel like this brand new beginning and this advice here is about having some compassion here for yourself. Having compassion for yourself. Having compassion that you are attracted to a person who may be triggering your trust issues. And I'm not saying that this is someone you really need to be with. The advice is not to stay with this person or to keep engaging with them or to... The advice is not that the relationship is good or bad. The advice is that you have this new beginning now where you can look at, you can recognize your own needs here. Recognize that the relationship is fulfilling a need of yours. And that you're not going to get the needs met by controlling that person and being like, do this, do that, say this, say that, stop doing it this way, do it that way. Like, in other words, the focus coming onto that person, the power that person has, or the power that the idea of them has over you, the power it has to stress you out, to make you feel threatened or insecure, that is what can be forgiven, right? I hope this makes sense. There's a new beginning here that has everything to do with feeling emotionally fulfilled and secure, but it's really about you feeling that way within yourself. It's really about you kind of watering, nurturing your own inner, I want to say inner growth. There's so much personal growth here. But the personal growth is, it has something to do with the thoughts or the words you say. It has something to do with how you say things, how you define things, how you look at things, how you perceive things. I think that you have a very strong need to tell yourself or to believe that, like, you're never going to get hurt again. You're never going to allow yourself to get hurt again. But that's both unrealistic, and it's unrealistic, and it's also very, it's asking a lot of yourself, because, you know, you can't anticipate everything in life. Therefore, you cannot avoid all suffering in life. You cannot avoid all suffering in relationships. So chances are you are going to get hurt again. But, you know, the difference in going forward is that you can be your own best ally. You can be your own support. You can be forgiving of yourself when you encounter situations that you struggle to have control over. When you encounter feelings that you struggle to have control over, you know, like, I think that you have feelings for someone and you're kind of struggling because you don't want to have these feelings. You're trying to push the feelings down. But instead of doing that, you can have compassion for yourself, and you can accept that the feelings are there. And you can accept that you can accept that you don't know everything there is to know about a person or this relationship just yet. That you can let time unfold, and you can let yourself, you can approach it with a spirit of discovery rather than suspicion. I hope this is all making sense. This is something kind of specific I'm picking up on here. So, signs and synchronicities. What are we looking at for signs and synchronicities? I think there's a very sensitive soul in this picture. I'm actually seeing someone who likes to work with gardening, maybe even animals. The Six of Pentacles, there's also a possibility that the person you're dealing with has less money than you, or has some kind of disadvantage. King of Cups, yeah. This is a person who really draws out your compassionate side, but again, it's like you're sort of wrestling with yourself because you don't want to feel too much compassion. You're afraid that you're going to get hurt, or that, you know, it's going to send you down this path of just, you know, you're sort of worried about, like, losing control over your feelings, or yeah, there's like a need to keep defining, or even just asking them, like, where is it going to go from here? What's going to happen next? But King of Cups, you know, there's an emotional and spiritual side to this, and it's just going to be hard to define. It's just going to be hard to put into words or to anticipate the future. And the King of Cups is the energy of someone who can accept that, someone who can go with the flow, who can just focus on, you know, what is the present moment? How does it make you feel? What is the emotional truth here also? You know, you can say the things, but what is your heart really telling you? With the Queen of Wands here and the King of Swords. So I feel like someone is bringing in the energy of, you know, adventure and passion, and they want you to kind of lighten up here. They want you to have a good time. They want you to enjoy the things you have in life, and not take for granted the things you have in life. You know, so perhaps this person doesn't have as much money as you, but it's not like they're trying to make you, take advantage of you because of that. It's more like they're trying to show you that, you know, your life could be so much worse off. You could, you know, you have things that you can be grateful for now and that you can enjoy them now, rather than, you know, being so kind of controlling and not being willing to kind of go with the flow more and be more improvisational, being more spontaneous. That's what I mean. So they're sort of encouraging you to be more spontaneous. So this new beginning is like, yeah, I do think it is a specific relationship. I don't think this is a message for someone who is completely single right now. I think this is a message for someone who's tied to someone emotionally or intimately. And you know, the new beginning is that you can treat this relationship as truly something new, not something that is just an indication of the past. You know, you don't have to look at this completely with the eyes you don't have to look at this just in terms of a threat or like, oh, it's gonna just like suck me in and it's gonna hurt me. Like, you can look at this with new receptivity, a new peace. See, the noble element of this is that when you feel like your heart is grounded and safe, you find it easier to relate to people and to be more forgiving and compassionate. But it starts with yourself. It starts with forgiving yourself of the previous hurts or mistakes that you feel guilty about or you feel shamed about. It starts with forgiving yourself and being more compassionate towards yourself. Being compassionate towards what you respond to, what you like, what you prefer. You know, the noble also refers to just that acceptance that you are who you are, you like who you like. You can't change those things, you know, like your preferences, your attraction to certain people. It comes from, you know, it's just something that you cannot force or change. So I do think the noble is also this acceptance that if there is love in your life, it's there, you know, and you don't need to rationalize it or justify it to the point that you suck the wind from the sails, you know. You can just let it be. You can just let it flow. Okay. Signs and synchronicities. Can I get some signs? Yeah. Oh, Hangman. Okay. This came out in the previous reading. So, I think the person you're dealing with is, unconventional or just different from the type of person you normally would date. 9 of Pentacles, yes, I do think that this is someone who has an unconventional idea about wealth even. 9 of Wands, yeah, I think you're the person who is trying to defend a level of comfort, luxury, or stability in your life. And this person is kind of making you defensive because they just don't care about these things the way you do. If we want to pay attention to signs, did I say gardening earlier? You see, I think that the 9 of Pentacles refers to you in one level and refers to them on another level. I think it refers to you in that you've been quite independent and you see yourself as being a very independent person and someone who's accomplished a lot or who's like worked hard for what you have. And you're not just going to let anyone come into your life and just like, you know, root around and mess things up. You're trying to keep things kind of, you know, very stable here. But I see the other person is also having the 9 of Pentacles energy where they're sort of, they've cultivated their own philosophy and they've cultivated just a worldview that makes life very enriching for them. So it's almost like wherever they are, wherever they end up, they tend to be very grateful and appreciative of what comes into their life, what surrounds them. So I do feel like this is not someone with extravagant taste. but they have a deep appreciation for the finer things in life. So as an example, you know, it's like if this is someone who maybe has traveled Europe on a budget, and as a result they really appreciate like farm fresh food. You know, they're foodie, they appreciate good food, or they appreciate good craftsmanship. It's something like that. So maybe if that relates to you, that's a confirmation this is the reading for you. But yeah, you know, compassion here. See these colors matching up. The flowers. We see that, yeah, I just think there's a gentle quality here showing up in your life. There's a gentle nature. And, you know, maybe this person kind of reminds you of that. But it's really about you. It's really coming from within you. It's really like a new beginning where you can relate to the world, to life itself, from a more gentle and appreciative nature. And you can be grateful and just savor, you know, the moments, the times you have where you are spontaneous and going with the flow, and being, you know, more even more artistic is what I'm getting here. More creative, more I want to say independent, but it's like just following your whim, following your heart, following your desire, following your preference, being exploratory in that sense. Okay, well, I hope that resonates with you, pile 2. Best of luck with this this new relationship, or this new attitude opening up in your life, and this new connection, or, you know, this new way of connecting. So you know, best wishes for you and what is unfolding here. And you know, certainly please do click the like and subscribe buttons if this was a helpful reading for you. And I hope to see you at the next reading. Okay, take care, pile 2. Hello, pile number 3. This is your reading about a brand new beginning. You selected this piece of driftwood, as well as the card number 72, Broken and Hatched. So let's see what we have for you. We're going to try to identify advice and signs and synchronicities from your guides with regards to this new beginning. 3 of Wands. Okay, very cool, promising. King of Pentacles. Okay. The Lovers. The 9 of Wands. The 10 of Cups. The Queen of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Interesting. Let me scooch things here. Let's see, we have Boat. Awareness. 5 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. 10 of Wands. Okay. I'm gonna put this here. Okay, so I'm getting one message so far. This is quite specific. I think that perhaps you are in a relationship and you and your partner are looking to have a kid. I'm not even sure if this would be your first kid. I'm getting the sense that you're looking to have a kid, and you have to make choices because at this point in your life, it may not be easy to have a kid. I cannot, and I never do give medical advice, so I'm not going to talk about anything medical here. I'm just going to say that this brand new beginning is having you make a choice, and you feel a bit, I'd have to say, I think you actually feel really good about where you're at and making this choice. But with the Five of Pentacles, there could be a money issue that is just the only thing that you have to really, that's sort of making you feel like, a bit worried, concerned. But I think overall, I'm seeing a lot of good, positive feelings here, and feelings of certain, like just a feeling of resolve, even. A feeling, not really being confused, but having a lot of clarity about what it is you want and where you're going with it, and the choices you need to make. I do see a strong partnership being a big reason why you're able to make the choices with these good feelings. So that's quite I don't know. I feel like that's one big message that was coming through. But I also want to see if this, I don't know, it's so funny. These readings today keep dealing with relationships, and that's not what I was expecting at all. With brand new beginning, I wasn't expecting like all these relationship issues, but I don't know, the cards just keep showing this to me. Yeah, it's if it's not a parent watching this or someone trying to become a parent, then I think the brand new beginning is certainly still in the realm of relationship and family, and building a life together, choosing someone to be with forever, like choosing someone that is going to be by your side and build a life with you. Person that you want to put in your boat, the person you would put in the lifeboat. I'm seeing that. So boat is a sign here. If you're seeing, if you're making a decision to purchase a boat, that could even be a synchronicity here. There's something here about making a decision to move or to do this new venture with someone else, like to do it with a partner. I do get the sense that it is romantic. I'm not really getting that it could be a business partnership. And I feel like this is someone who you feel really trusting of. And that's a beautiful feeling to have. Someone you feel is going to fight for you. Someone you feel is not going to give up at just any obstacle. Someone who's not just going to give up or turn around at the first sign of difficulty. Someone who's really has staying power. Now, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Wow, yeah, like I just don't see a lot of bad stuff here. I see really good stuff. I see really like rewarding, fulfilling, beautiful. Yeah, I see so much good stuff here. I mean, 5 of Pentacles. Yes, you need to save for a rainy day. Yes, you need to you need savings to do what it is you're trying to do, for sure. But I'm not seeing a lot of difficulty in generating that. I feel like someone is embracing themselves. Someone is bracing themselves for a big adventure here. And so you're planning, see, like with awareness, you're planning, you're anticipating potential challenges, potential difficulties, and you are in the planning stage now, which is a good sign, because you will make sure that you have enough savings or enough padding or enough maneuverability to do what you're doing. 2 of Swords, like you're looking at this with balanced viewpoints here. Queen of Swords, same thing, but broken and hatched, I didn't even talk about this. We have an egg breaking, new birth. There's definitely a new a new baby, a new project, a new passion. And I feel like it's something that a partner is deeply involved in with you. Could be a business venture. It could be going into business with your romantic partner, or, you know, your life partner, right? Your spouse. Anything else? I feel like I don't really have to clarify much else. I've gotten so much information here. 8 of Cups, King of Cups, the Fool. Okay, so I think that in terms of advice, I think in terms of advice, like, it's okay to be vulnerable with your feelings. You know, you're not gonna have time. Not every moment will be happy. There's going to be moments where you will be quite stressed or disappointed. You're going to have disappointments down this road. That's inevitable. But to know that there's someone else who you can share that camaraderie, someone you can be vulnerable with, that is what the difference is. So this is a very new path opening up for you, because you, for the first time perhaps, feel like someone is really emotionally present and available for you. And it's going to help you weather the storms ahead. It's going to help you weather a big change ahead, or a big kind of a struggle. You know, you're gonna work hard to achieve this goal, or to embark on this new project. You know that you have a lot of work to put into it, and it's going to take a lot of your time, your effort, your resources. But with this King of Cups and the Fool card, I feel like this is a big new beginning for you, because you now feel emotionally secure in a way that hadn't felt before. That's amazing. That's great. That's a whole new way of, living life, right? To have that emotional security, to have that emotional support. So I'm not even really seeing advice other than, you can trust, you can open up, you can be vulnerable. You're safe enough to do that. Synchronicities, let's see, signs and synchronicities. The eggshell, maybe a robin's egg because of this blue hand. The snowflakes, the winter time, the cold. I feel like this is showing up, again, bracing yourself, bracing for times ahead that will be, excuse me, hunkering down. That's what I'm seeing, hunkering down. I think you're aware that what you're going through, there are going to be periods of isolation, and you may even be separated from your partner, or you may be separated from your other support systems. So you're going to have to hunker down at times. You're going to have trust and faith that you're going to get through those difficult times and come out the other side. So the boat is definitely pointing to a journey, and it's quite a long journey. It's a journey with a lot of twists and turns where you have to, navigate it, right? You have to navigate it each phase along the way, but you have the support that you didn't have before. And that's what this new beginning is. You have support you didn't have before, and it's allowing you to go on this New Jersey, do you live in New Jersey? It allows you to go on this new journey with more trust, with more faith, that you will get through together and stronger than ever before. So pile number 3, the driftwood. Oh yeah, I didn't even catch that. The driftwood, right? Like driftwood, the boat. You're going to be buoyant. You're going to be carried by forces larger than you, forces of love, forces of care, concern, safety, support, community. Like, these are the collective forces that are ushering in this new phase of life for you, and supporting you even in the times when you feel alone and isolated, okay? So pile 3, that's your message for today. Best of luck for this new project or this new goal, that, you know, this new journey you're on to achieve what you're, you know, to get to the other side of this, okay? Best of luck navigating this new phase in your life. And I think you certainly have a lot of luck here and a lot of great things supporting you, so congratulations on that. You know, I'm excited for you. Broken and hatched, you know, you're birthing something new and something beautiful, and you're bringing to the table a lot of sensitivity that you have from having gone through, you know, your own life experiences, your own struggles. And now, you know, things are new for you, in that you have someone else in the boat with you. You're not alone in this journey. You're not alone facing this big, you know, new beginning, okay? Take care, pile 3. Please click the like and subscribe buttons if this helped you. And I hope to see you at the next reading. Okay, bye now.